Section 6. Using Supplied Apex APIs. In this section, we're going to have a look at the supplied APIs that Oracle provides to save us reinventing the wheel. This section will cover some of the APIs relevant to Application Express that relate to custom tabular forms, reading checkboxes, application help, and creating some background processes. First up, we'll have a look at dealing with tabular forms. Tabular forms allow us to process many fields at once, and they can be built in a number of ways. In this example, we'll take a copy of the products report and turn this into an updatable report, and we'll process the information that we receive via some SQL, which is a common requirement regardless of how tabular forms are built. So first we'll take a copy of this tabular form, which is under Create, New Page as a copy. Copy this page, and I'll leave all the defaults as I skip through the wizard, which gives us a new copy of that products report, which I'm now going to edit the SQL. Here we'll add a call to the Apex Item API. Now this is a SQL package that generates the HTML required to render a hidden item on the screen, as well as a text item. For the text item, we're going to use the list price column. So we'll add those to our report and modify the report attributes. We'll give ourselves a bit more space on the screen by removing some of these fields, and we'll run the page to see what we have. So now we have a report which has this list price edit field, which at the moment we can only see the HTML. That's because we need to edit that column. So the list price edit column, and instead of displaying as text, escaping any special characters, we need to use the standard report column. Now when we run the page, we see it as a report column that we can modify. But first, we need to add a button on the page. I'll just add it to the products region, region position, and we'll just call it save. And we'll skip through. It'll be for submitting a page. And now we can create the process which handles the person updating the list price. So we'll add a page process. Say SQL. Save list price. On submit. And our SQL process will do a bulk bind based on the information received into this array. Now this information you can find in the Apex documentation. So here's release 4.2. Under the API reference, there is an Apex application package. And in here, you can find references to these arrays and how they're used. And in this case here, we're using it to bind into our My Products, updating the list price based on the value in that field there. And we're displaying a message to the screen by saving a value into this print success message in the Apex application package. So here I missed a semicolon, and we'll complete our process, run the page. Here I can change it to $53, submit the page, and it tells me I've got 15 products updated. That's because in that SQL, we didn't put a protection in there for only updating records that were changed. But what we've done is modified this report to generate HTML on the fly, and then process this data manually as a SQL process on submission of the page. This will give you the flexibility when it comes to modifying classic reports to include updatable information in lieu of full-blown tabular forms. Next up, we'll see how we process checkboxes, which behave a little differently in a similar scenario.